Hello, one and all. We are bringing you some backlash predictions.
I can predict something for you.
Yeah, you get some fucking backlash from us. What is this?
What's this card?
What is this?
What is this?
Idiot sandwich. Yeah, it's not great. I mean, it's
fucking Raw.
no, it's SmackDown. Backlash.
We have to somehow make Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, we have to do that. So yeah, we haven't really done we don't really do our reactions to stuff, do we? But WrestleMania was a bit mid, wasn't it? WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I gave WrestleMania a little bit of a pass on the fact that it was going to be really fucking hard to top the previous year.
Yeah, of course it was.
But it seems to be getting a lot of grief, and I do think the card wasn't great. And stuff that didn't even bother me, but I'm looking at it now going, yeah, it's kind of a point. It's like they sold the Rumble as whoever wins is going to main event Mania, and they fucking didn't.
Yeah.
So it's they don't even know what they want anymore. You know what I mean? Should we all be more pissed off that the world title, that Jay's got is it's basically a mid-card title. They relegate, and I'm not saying that because Jay's got it, but they're treating it that way. It's it won't even main event the show.
Yeah, I mean,
but the weird thing is, it was the right choice on night one.
Yeah. It got opening spot, didn't it? Usually opening spot is good, main event's good, but you don't want to be
I bet you can count on your hand the amount of times that the main titles opened.
Probably a few, to be fair. Since you've had multiple, probably a few. But anyway, talk about this. Talk about this little shit, shall we?
Sure.
Right. Get John Cena and Randy Orton again.
Okay.
In 2025.
Will be the best match of the night.
Yeah, it will be. I'm actually not dead set against it. I still think, and we'll get there, I'm sure we will.
I do have a suspicion that your prediction, the little video you put on Insta, might be accurate. And I don't know why I always sound condescending when I say that. It is a little video, it's short, but it feels like I'm being condescending about it.
I spent a good 10 minutes on that, actually.
But you can do the reveal, it's your video, but I think that could be an accurate prediction.
Yeah, I thought we could have a bit of a throwback to when Orton slapped the shit out of a referee to get disqualification. And now Cena's, the roles reversed, Cena's a baddie, Orton's a goodie. Could Cena do the same, get himself DQ'd on purpose, and Orton's just what? And it's this happened, it's a throwback.
You could still do a bit more because Orton's reaction will probably be to still RKO him. So,
well, it's just one of them. Cena's just won it. He's just beat Cody Rhodes with the help of Travis Scott for some reason. Less said about that, the better.
Because The Rock was in Hawaii on a beach.
I mean, do you reckon, is Travis Scott coming out here again? Is he RKO Orton?
I'm not actually sure why Travis Scott is so involved.
Yeah, same.
But maybe, who knows?
But would they give the title to Cena for him to drop it at the next pay-per-view 2 weeks later?
Cena's not dropping it. The question for me is, how much of a match are we getting?
Well, that's it. And I can speak personally to this. I'm not Scottish, but they fucked Drew McIntyre over in Scotland, and I was there. Yeah?
I was there.
And I'm fucking still fuming about it to this day, right? Randy Orton from St. Louis. This is in St. Louis. Are they going to fuck him over in front of that home crowd?
Who knows?
Travis Scott could
Carry and crossover at Mania, didn't he?
Did you see his promo, by the way?
Yeah, it was a good promo.
Fair play. Yeah, fair play. Let's see more of that, shall we, Mr. Killer Cross? But yeah,
they're clearly going back to the Killer Cross name, aren't they? Because he actually he left saying that, didn't he? Yeah, and that's from Killer Cross.
Yeah.
So I think that this is their...
He might have gone off piece there a bit, though.
I don't know. I think this is their promo into the more edgy Killer Cross because they're not bothered anymore.
They probably haven't come out next week as Carrington Cross the third.
Yeah. Well, they're okay, what we're going to do is we're going to build a faction around it again, and we're going to give you the Roman helmet back, and he's going to be like...
I like the little reference he made to that, though. And it was a good promo.
Yeah, it was a solid promo.
Yeah. To your point, this is going to be the match of the night, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If a match happens, that's what I mean. Surely they'll do something at least.
I mean, it also could be the opener, and it lasts all of 5 seconds because you get that.
Yeah, surely it can't be.
Well, everyone's leaning into this is what I love because people are trying to pretend like it's deliberate instead of lazy, right? And I do think the Cena stuff is deliberate, but they're no, but Cena said he was going to ruin wrestling for people, and that's why The Rock didn't turn up. It's no, The Rock didn't turn up because he's going to be fucking bothered. Let's not sell that as something.
Well, I think you know what? I don't often give Kevin Nash a lot of props, but he basically hit the nail on the head with it. He was he wasn't at WrestleMania because he couldn't, because he's doing a Scorsese movie and he's stuff like that. And last time he got injured at WrestleMania, they shut the movie down. It cost millions and millions of dollars. Yeah. He's not allowed to be there because he signed on for a movie. Yeah, that's what it is.
But that's the reality of it. I think the frustration from a fan base point of view is
and I'm not anti-Rocky, by the way.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, I think the frustration from the fan base point of view is like you got involved to then not be involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's massively frustrating because it just like have a goal to it, and like, and I feel like I'm making enemies here. Did you see that fucking rant from Dave LaGreca? I hate when people just fucking go mental and just like, and that's what he was doing. He was fucking crying. Basically. Okay. And The Rock fired back at him, didn't he? He was just like, it's wrestling, Dave. Like it's it's scripted. Yeah. So yeah, but I kind of got a point because there's no way The Rock was like, oh no, this was always the plan. I was gonna give. Yeah. No, you went.
But you know what? You know what's more aggravating though than The Rock not turning up, right? Is the people convincing themselves it was a fucking plan. Because I hate the way now everything is like, oh, you're being worked, it's all part of the story. It's like, it's not part of the story. No. Like, course correction and fucking change of plans is not part of the story. Stop pretending it is, because that happens so much now where they're like, oh, it was always part of the plan. It's like, fucking wasn't. They were definitely going to have fucking Rock versus Roman at Mania until everyone got pissed off about it. There was no way it was always part of the plan. The plan didn't make fucking sense. Sorry, I know I'm going back at WrestleMania 2 there.
No,
but let's stop lying to ourselves that it was part of the plan. It's not part of the plan.
We saw the match card got leaked, didn't it, from this new documentary they're doing on Netflix, and it's like they changed a load of matches. It was going to be Dominic and Bad Bunny, for example. Was the original planned match for Mania.
So we all kind of won there.
Okay. So we all benefited from that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. So I think this will probably be the most entertaining match of the night. I'm not sure how it's going to pan out, but I do think Cena's walking back out with the belt.
Yeah, I mean, Cena said he's going to ruin wrestling. If he does come out and just gets DQ'd in the first 10 seconds and that's it, I would love it. That'd be so funny. If it happens...
I'd be on board with that. And that's where it's like, that kind of thing, I think, is that I'm going to ruin wrestling, and the work Cena's doing, I'm totally on board with that.
Oh, yeah. And just imagine the feud in St. Louis. That's why it'd have to end, because there'd be riots, I think. But, yeah, I think we're both saying Cena's going to walk out still champ, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The other announced match so far, we've got Lara, Valkyria and Becky Lynch. They were tag team champions at Mania. Then, like, the Becky turned on her, and now it's the women's IC title, I believe.
I guess. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to get on the Becky hate train when I say this. I think it would be better for Lyra to win. I think Becky's coming to collect that belt because before she went through, didn't have a women's mid card.
Yeah.
So I think she's going to get. I think she's going to have the IC belt to have that as part of the collection. Yeah. And that's no disrespect to Becky. If I was in her shoes, I'd probably do the same. But I can see the booking being in the way of Becky's favour to go, well, she is an IC champ now.
Yeah, I think they've kind of smartened up a little bit to the way they handled it with Charlotte Flair. Is that when you won that many belts and you're that high up and you come back and it's like, oh, well, obviously they're going to win the belt again. So they've gone, well, they kind of did it with Bianca, didn't they? Like, well, let's put her in a tag team for a bit. Yeah. Because everyone's going, oh, Bianca in the main event, Bianca champion. And you're just getting that, like...
But you know what? They've executed that really well because... as far as I can see anyway, and certainly on my own personal level, I'm not like, I think we had a good amount of time where Bianca was doing something else, so it didn't feel like she was getting thrown into the main title. I actually wouldn't mind how she ended up in the title scene.
Yeah, same.
Because I think we got a little bit of a breather there.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to get something similar here, though, to be honest. I think they've gone, okay, we can't put Becky back in the main title picture. She's probably gone, I want to work with Lyra, because obviously from Ireland, we've got that relationship anyway, so... Yeah, but I am going to go with Becky.
I agree. I think it will be Becky, but do you think that's the best thing for Lyra?
I mean...
Or do you think a win over Becky would be a better shout?
At this stage, it's one of them, isn't it? At this stage, it's not going to harm her too much losing to Becky if she gets the redemption down the line.
Yeah.
So this way, she gets to be in there with Becky, and Becky still gets to look like strong. And then there's the redemption arc of Lyra then saying, well, you beat me once before, this time I beat you, look how much I've grown. Yeah. That's how you can level people up. Yeah. So I wouldn't mind Becky winning here if she can get the win back.
Fair.
So I'm going Becky.
Okay.
And I think the match will be fine. It'll be a good match. I like that there's at least a bit of storyline to it. It was a bit stupid how it was just so quick of a turn, but it's what it is.
Yeah, they wanted to execute something, didn't they? So
yeah, better than just going, you two, fight. Now kiss.
Becky wins.
So yeah, both going Becky?
Yep.
Becky 2 belt. No. Becky for 2? Don't know what to say. Now this one, I believe has been announced, but at the time of recording doesn't have a graphic. For some fucking reason. Look how they masked our boy.
This is just some bullshit.
Yeah. For the audio listeners, we're talking Gunther looks like he's fighting Pat McAfee. Now,
why?
You've just had Gunther not only lose to Jey Uso, but fucking tap out. Which is beyond me.
Yeah.
Right?
The man who they've booked to be the type of person who pass out more than tap out.
Yes.
It doesn't get the Cody treatment, does he?
How to you don't need to do that to make Jey Uso. Him getting the win is enough to make him, right?
Yeah.
Fuming about that. But you then follow that up with fucking Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen.
I mean, what's next? A match with Logan fucking Paul. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm massively disappointed with this in terms of where they're using Gunther. I know people have kind of gone off the boil with Gunther a bit.
Gunther. Go forward, Gunther.
But I don't know. This just I don't even know who was asking for this match. Why is it booked this way? I actually don't understand.
The only thing I can think
feel
of,
like it's almost like they listened to Karrion Kross's rant about like these viral moments and about not, people like Logan Paul getting involved, that they've gone, well, let's have 2 matches like that just to piss him off.
We should do more of that.
Because I don't understand. I don't even know how we got here. I really don't.
I'm the same. I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is they want to write Pat McAfee off like commentary for a bit.
Should let him leave.
Well, why not just do it on Raw? We choked them out anyway. That's enough. Why have you then got to have him?
But not everyone has to have a story to fucking go.
Well, yeah. Well, they didn't do last time. They
Vince didn't have a story to... Oh, we had a hell of a story, actually. Whoops.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh. So, yeah, I don't know why we're getting this. Who wants this? It's just a waste of time. Nothing against Pat. He's fine on commentary. He's not a wrestler. Why is he in there? I don't know.
Like I ranted a little bit to you before this, and I'm trying not to do it too much here. But the roster is massive at the minute. Bloated, I would even say.
Yeah.
To the point that, we've just seen Aleister Black come back, and straight away, the fact this is where Triple H has boxed himself into a problem, because everyone does this. He's back now. What's everyone shouting? Yeah. Oh, he should be a champion. They'll treat him right now. And it's like,
of course.
How many other people can you put in the fucking main event title team? He's not going to be in the main events, not yet. No. Anyway, he might get himself there, but he's not there now. Yeah. So people need to fucking chill. But at the same time, we've got so many moving parts here, and we get to a pay-per-view and it's Pat McAfee.
Yeah. How do you waste that? Just don't get it. But we've definitely gone Gunther here, right? If Pat McAfee fucking wins,
we rise.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
100%.
Like, no one can say Triple H is some kind of booking messiah if he booked Pat McAfee to beat Gunther. I think
that ship's sailed now anyway. Like, he's put this on the fucking Backlash card, so yeah, I don't think his booking is infallible now.
Exactly. So yeah, we're going Gunther, right?
Yep,
has to. So they're the matches that are announced. The rest are purely speculative. We had Logan Paul pretty much challenge Jey Uso on Raw, so I'm guessing that's what we're getting here.
Look, I wasn't massively sold on Jey as a champ.
Yeah,
I think he's great, and I think he's great in the mid card where he is. I don't think he was ever world champ material.
Agreed.
Right. However, you better not fucking lose this.
Well, do you know what? Like, you talk about it from a booking standpoint. This is genius, really, because Logan Paul's got go away heat with like 90% of fans, right? I know he's, by all accounts, potentially a piece of shit, whatever your feelings are about him, right? In the ring, though.
By all accounts.
Well, in the ring,
statement that could be said about both Vince and Logan Paul.
Exactly. In the ring, though, he's thoroughly impressed us, hasn't he, Logan Paul?
He's definitely out of an athlete.
I wonder, though, like, well, how's this match going to play out? Because no offense, but Jey Uso can't wrestle very well.
I have my suspicion here that this is a mechanism to put the title on Logan, because
I can't see that.
They never pulled the trigger when he had a match against Roman, because it would have been absolute insanity. But suddenly, it's a little bit more achievable now.
How could you do that, though? How could you have Jey Uso dethrone Gunther, make him tap out, and in his next match gets knocked out by Logan Paul?
Because Logan Paul's got titanium in his fist or some shit.
Yeah.
He tried to make just a standard puncher move, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Why does it do that? Okay. Technical issues there. Don't know what happened.
I think it's time I disappear.
Yeah. Camera problems. I can't figure it out. Don't know why.
Having camera problems, I feel bad.
If you've got any idea why the camera just decides to just disappear every now and again in OBS, let us know. But anyway, yeah. So we were just fuming about this, weren't we?
Just revealing the secrets. Yes, we use OBS.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So we were fuming about this. I do have I have, well, not suspicion. Suspicion isn't the right word. I do, the back of my mind thinks, are they going to pull the trigger on Logan here and make him a world champ? And lean, because they're trying desperately to lean into the heat. Like you say, I think it's more go away heat, but they're booking him as a heel and they're trying to lean into it, and how I think how much more heat he'd get dethroning the people's champ, as it were. Because let's be honest, people, like, everybody wanted Jey to get this shot.
Yeah.
So
I do think
Logan taking it away from him is going to be such a moment.
Yeah, I think it'd be way too soon. I'd be more fuming if he lost.
I think that's the part of it, though, isn't it? It being too soon is part of the grievance people would have with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could just.
I think the fans.
I really hope it doesn't happen. I hope Jey keeps the belt.
Yeah.
But I could just see them doing this to us.
From a prediction standpoint, I'm going to back Jey. What are you going? Are you going to back?
I'm going to sincerely hope it's Jey.
What are you predicting?
I'm just voicing some suspicion here. I'll go with Jey.
Okay. But yeah, again, I can't believe this is the match we follow up with either, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Again, not announced as such, but we saw Nia Jax come back on SmackDown and go after Tiffy. These two have got a...
Get in the way of the fucking logo.
I know, yeah. It's the only one I can find which was holding the belt. But... yeah, obviously they've had a history with the whole Money in the Bank thing. Would she cash in? Wouldn't she cash in? So there's that there. So don't mind this too much.
No, I think this would be a good match.
But I don't see Nia winning.
No, I mean, it'd be shocking if she did. Like, but then again, come off the victory over Charlotte, you know?
Throwing back to what was on the whiteboard in that leaked picture from the documentary, I believe the match they wanted to do at WrestleMania was Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax for the women's title. So could
that is fucking crazy though. Like, do you not want to put at least one person who can wrestle in that match?
Oh, damn.
No, they're both alright. Like, no, like, I'm not throwing shade. Like, we've been massive fans of Jade.
I'm not throwing shade.
No, we've been massive fans of Jade. And I've defended like the fact that she's not the biggest technical wrestler by the fact that she is a spectacle. And I'll do my Hogan rant again if you want, but we all know how I feel about that.
All I'm going to do is apologise to Shade Cargill. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. But you'd need like a more technical person involved in that match with her, surely. You can't, like, Jade and Nia would be crazy.
Yeah, well, they didn't do it, so maybe they thought that.
Fucking crazy, Carl.
But anyway.
Yeah, but going on to the actual match.
Could that be what they do here? It didn't go at Mania, but they have Nia get the win, and then Jade Cargill challenges her, and Jade becomes a champ, maybe, and then we have Jade and Bianca. Like, ooh, where could it go? Yeah. But again, I don't know.
Was it this week where Naomi attacked Jade?
Yeah.
She's hitting the air for like 2 minutes and like, she's channeling her in a Jeff Hardy.
Exactly. Yeah. It's
funny stuff.
Not the best.
Anywho.
It's tough one though, isn't it? Because at this point, people hold the titles for like a year at a time. So you kind of go, oh, it's too soon. But actually, is it?
It's one of them, isn't it? It's like, they kind of fuck things a little bit with Roman's title run. Because like, see that when they put up a thing about like, oh, and Cody's reign ends after 300 odd days, and you're like, oh, is that all?
Is that it?
But I mean, it's impressive. Yeah. But we're now like we were given like 1,000 plus, so we're like, oh, it's hardly anything.
That's what makes you think like, you know, Jey Uso at holding it for like 2 weeks would be insane. But
and they can't all be long reigns.
Yeah, for that reason, I'm gonna go Tiffy anyway. Where are you going?
It's gotta be Tiffy.
Okay. Tiffy.
Also, well, I know it's not the point of this episode, but what do you think of Tiffy's Mania entrance? I thought it was quite creative.
It was, yeah, to be fair. Yeah, badass Barbie.
Indeed. Anyway, sorry.
Limited edition. Again, another one not being officially announced, but looking at the backstage altercation. So Liv is taking time away.
Why does Dom look so uncomfortable?
I have no idea. Liv is taking time away. She's filming a Hollywood movie. Pains me. But
because it was a Hollywood movie.
Well, exactly. And Dom was like, "Oh yeah, me too." And Nick Aldis was like, "No, you're not." So yeah, we are gonna be seeing Dom. AJ Styles there in the back, and he was like, "Yeah, what are you saying, old man?" And it's like, "Oh, the young versus the old thing again." So I think we're going this direction.
I just goes and pisses off all the old folk.
Yeah, this is what we got after Cody one, wasn't it? Cody's first title defense after he won the belt for the first time was AJ, and he had those.
Was that what happens now?
So I think, yeah, this is like the...
AJ's going to be everyone's
with the belt. Says more, I'm getting a little Leo DiCaprio vibes from AJ here. So,
like, you just won your first belt, huh?
Oh no. Yeah, let's end that one while we're there. But yeah, again, Dom's not going to lose the belt, is he? No. They're scared. We're sure that's not the case, AJ. We're sure. Yeah, I'm going Dom.
Yeah, I think Dom. I think he's I think they're going to give him a decent run. I never thought I'd find myself saying this when he first sort of started wrestling, but
you hate that guy.
I'm team Dom on this one. I think he deserves a long title run. I think he's really developed himself. Mm-hmm. I was worried it was just going to be Dom and Dad like all the fucking time, but like he pulled himself away from that, and they like creatively, and I say like he had to get away from his dad. Like I'm not storyline the kind of putting it like that, but like
storyline. I like storyline.
I'm sure behind the scenes they chose to let him sort of stand on his own, as it were. But I think creatively it was totally the right choice putting him in Judging Day and letting him build up the way he is. And I'm all for this title run. I want to see it go longer.
Bet you do. So yeah, Team Dom on this one. Now, again, we're a bit early here, so I believe SmackDown is going to be LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre for the number one contendership or something. I can see some kind of schmaz. Shout out Bret Hart. Fuck you, Bill Goldberg. And
as always,
some kind of schmaz here. That means we get some either a triple threat or what about Solo? I feel so bad for Solo. He needs to be involved in something.
He's getting a sitcom. What about Solo?
What about Solo? Yeah, so I think we could get something like this. It really, really hurts me that Drew McIntyre's in the United States Championship picture. The kind of point you made before, though, of like, well, I'll get Miro, we'll get Aleister Black, we'll sign everyone else. And then it's like, well, who suffers? Fucking Drew. So you can make time for these fuckers.
Triple H.
So you can put Pat McAfee.
Triple H now, right? He's a spoiled kid who's getting everything he wants.
Yeah.
And then he'll only play with a couple of them. He's got all his wrestling figures, and he only plays with a couple of them.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
He's gone from having a fucking, psycho dad who doesn't let him, who like shouts at him when he plays with his toys, then goes, "Why aren't you playing with your toys?" to like, you can have as many toys as you want. He's won the fucking lottery.
I feel like
he doesn't know what to do himself.
He's been out with Steph, and he's gone to Steph, "I want an Aleister Black," and she's like, "Oh, you didn't use your Aleister Black last time you had one." And he's like, "But I want an Aleister Black," and then she just let him buy him. I think that's how it went. He's got his Aleister Black action figure now, and then straight away he's gone.
Yeah. Kind of what happens, isn't it? Yeah. Get bored with things too quickly.
But
if there are boxes, you can put him in. That makes sense. That's what he'll do, isn't it? You can't do it in the LWO. It's like, I don't know. Where's he even from? Aleister Black? Is he like Dutch or something? You
I think
put him with Kaiser or something.
Could form a faction. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Fucking
he could form a faction with Zelina. Yeah. Everyone's like, "Oh, she just won the title because of Aleister Black." I'm like, well, that's a bit disingenuous, isn't it? Not because she earns it or anything, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where you go, like, they are putting a lot of effort into NXT in terms of, like, let's put some big names on there all the time. So they could have them do a bit of a tour of NXT, relive that heyday a bit. Because they have got 3 brands.
They won't do that, though, will they? Just debut them back on the main roster. It's so tough because they've got so many fucking big names.
There's just so
you can't fit them in anywhere. So and then they do stupid shit like putting Pat McAfee on the card.
I remember going, like, Jacob Fatu is a future world champion. Lord knows when we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
There's fucking hundreds of the bastards.
It's hard, man. It's hard work.
And we've still got to let Punk get his title in the reign at some point.
Yeah. Like, this is the only one that intrigues me in terms of a potential loss, because Jacob's obviously the man and he's got a title now, but could Solo screw him over or something and we get something there? I don't really know. But again, feels too soon. So I'm going to go Jacob for now.
Yeah, it's got to be Jacob.
Unless Solo gets involved. Which leads us lastly onto this one. And the reason I put it last is I can't see it happening in a Backlash, if I'm honest. Backlash is like, what? A week and a bit away. And
before we get into it, I'm curious, how do you feel about this faction of Braun Breaker and Seth? I wasn't expecting Braun, I'll be honest with you.
So there was foreshadowing, wasn't there, when Heyman was on NXT that time, and he was like, so I knew it would happen eventually. Yeah. Wasn't expecting it to be teaming up with Seth. People,
I love the fact they've pivoted to Seth, because everyone was expecting him to side with either Roman or Punk.
Yeah,
and I love the fact that they actually, because I was annoyed that Seth was almost a bit player in this, and it turned out he wasn't.
Well, that's it.
He was the player in all of this.
And people now are kind of putting 2 and 2 together and going, they reform an evolution. So Paul Heyman's the Ric Flair, Seth Rollins is Triple H, Braun Breaker's Batista. Who's the Randy Orton? And it's like, is it going to be someone like Ludwig Kaiser? Is it going to be someone like Austin Theory?
No offense to Braun. Braun's not a little dude by any slight when I say this, but is he Batista?
Well, he's the monster role, isn't he? So you kind of got to have the other side of it. But I'd love
the monsters wearing that much fake tan.
I'd love Austin Theory in this group, and he's got priors. He was under the Messiah, wasn't he?
Just ruined it.
No,
you've just fucking.
I'd love that. But anyway, I don't think that's what they're doing. I don't think they're building. I think it is just them two.
I'm still trying to imagine Paul Heyman and Ric Flair kind of role. Put it away, Paul.
Windmill. Yeah, it's a. But I don't think we're getting this at Backlash. I don't know whether they're going to maybe. And again, it feels like too big of a match for something like Saturday Night's main event. But we only get 6 matches on a pay-per-view card, premium live event these days. And this is like the 8th or something. So I don't think we're getting it. Mainly because we've only got one Raw until then. This episode of Raw was spent on them taking out Sami Zayn. Roman and Punk.
Some reason.
Roman and Punk were nowhere to be seen. So,
and why was Sami Zayn even involved?
Oh, exactly. So, don't know where they're going with it. I do think we are going to get this. It seems like the logical thing to do, but I don't see how they can, unless it's massively shoehorned, how can they do that in a week? So,
interesting
I
stuff.
don't think we're getting it. If we did get it, then obviously it would still make sense to put Seth and Braun over since they're forming now. And
you've got to.
But I can't see us getting it. But do you think we're getting it? Do you want to see it? Let us know in the comments below. Oh, we didn't do. Oh well, I say we didn't do.
We didn't do the things.
I haven't even got them. Stupid new. Oh, I have got them. Yeah. Comment below.
There we go.
Look at that.
Animations.
And, do the usual. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're podcasting with us, then thanks for that. Give us a 5-star rating and download the episode. Apparently that helps.
Does it?
Apparently.
Interesting.
But we charted in Canada the other day. That was cool.
Okay.
Drink some maple syrup on your behalf.
And you're a Maple Leaf fan?
Taxes for,
have you announced that you're a Maple Leaf fan?
I don't think people know that.
Maybe help ingratiate.
I don't want people to shit on me for it though, because you get those people who are just like, I support this team because they're great. I started supporting the Leafs way after they won any Stanley Cups, so that wasn't a thing. I can't say that with the San Antonio Spurs because they were kind of pretty successful while I was supporting them, so you got that. But and Everton, yeah. Let's set it back.
Definitely went for an underdog there.
Definitely, they were pretty big one time, and maybe again.
And all you ever do is
all the sports,
all the sports.
Yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Let us know what matches you want to see at Backlash.
I'll end with that.
We'll catch you on the next one.